What's up, my friends? Welcome back to Harry Potter Tales, where it is all about Harry Potter. This time I will be talking about Dumbledore versus Voldemort. Now, starting off with Dumbledore. He was an exceptionally gifted wizard, known all over the world for being one of the greatest of all time, feared by the two most dangerous dark wizards of all time, Grindelwald and Voldemort. Dumbledore probably had a more extensive knowledge of magic than anyone in the world, including the dark arts, maybe rivaled by Grindelwald. Um, Obviously, Grindelwald and Voldemort both knew more about the dark arts than Dumbledore as a result of years and years of practicing, but in general, I feel like Dumbledore knew the most about basically all forms of magic. Now, apart from being extremely knowledgeable, Dumbledore was a very powerful duelist, known for his powerful defensive spells and the use of fire in his battles. As a result, he was able to put Grindelwald down after fighting for over 3 hours, winning the Elder Wand in the process. And this was only the second time in history the Elder Wand was beaten in a real duel. The first time happened when Egbert the Egregious defeated Emeric the Evil. I will be talking about that in a future video as well. The other times when wizards have won the allegiance of the Elder One came from either stunning or deceit or non-magical murder. Now, Voldemort is known as the most dangerous and most powerful dark wizard of all time, having killed thousands to raise an army of inferi, performing incredible acts of magic both with and without a wand. He was also an expert duelist who could use the highly dangerous fiend fire in combat and even give Albus Dumbledore a run for his money. And in the movie, he managed to break the Hogwarts magical defenses, where his whole army of Death Eaters had pretty much failed, even with a wand that didn't perceive him as his master. Now, I know this didn't happen in the books, but I feel like the movie portrayed a very powerful Voldemort in those scenes. Now, Dumbledore and Voldemort fought at the Ministry of Magic. Some say Dumbledore dominated. Now, I disagree. In both the book and the movie, Dumbledore was mostly defending Harry and himself. That's not to say Voldemort dominated as well. Like I said in my previous video about Dumbledore versus Grindelwald, I feel like at a certain level of power, wizards become quite evenly matched. Now, the black spell Voldemort used in the movie, no matter how powerful and most likely lethal, didn't do any damage besides knocking Dumbledore off his feet. Now, this goes to show how powerful Dumbledore's defensive spells are, as a black spell probably would have destroyed pretty much anyone else. Dumbledore's spells, however, also didn't do the damage they would have caused to someone else. Like in the books, he conjures a fiery lasso around Voldemort, which in turn gets transformed into a snake. I believe this is a signature feature of the Death Eaters, probably developed by Voldemort himself, because in the books at the Battle of Hogwarts, when McGonagall tries to attack Snape with a similar fiery spell, he also turns it into a snake. Now, after the snake attacked Dumbledore, Voldemort almost manages to kill him if it weren't for Felix the Phoenix. Now, this happened in the books, it didn't happen in the movie. Now, even though Dumbledore didn't get killed, Voldemort got extremely close, which shows he was definitely capable of killing Dumbledore. Now, I'm sure if Dumbledore didn't know about Voldemort's Horcruxes, he could have killed or could have at least tried to kill Voldemort as well. We don't know that, of course. Now, the answer to who is the most powerful in general, I'd give it to Dumbledore, given his extraordinary amount of skill and knowledge. But in a one-on-one combat in the open, I'd give it to Voldemort because he developed tons of dangerous dark spells Dumbledore might not be able to defend himself against. but I'm sure the battle, if it would have ever happened, would be just as awesome as a Dumbledore-Grindelwald battle. Maybe even longer, as Dumbledore had the Elder Wand when he fought Voldemort. But I'd say 55% of the time, Voldemort would manage to kill Dumbledore simply because he was so unbelievably evil and skilled in the darkest of magic. Alright, my friends, that concludes today's video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Comment what you'd like to see next, and I'll post at least 4 times a week, so give me tons of ideas. Peace.